Hunter continued to sell because of this. Maquela no longer lives with her brother. Sometime later we see how Daniel and Hunter's business is getting bigger and their profits too. Part of this, the relationship of both with their girlfriends is also going perfectly. One night, Daniel decides to go with Maquela to play some video games, but to his surprise, Emi was also there. Seeing himself with his sister, Maquela and Daniel decide to pretend they never met and then leave the place. After this, we know that Demi's father is a police officer, who wants to know more about his daughter's boyfriend. So he decides to go talk together to find out. After some talking, the officer convinces Hunter to go for a walk while he talks about life. So the officer recommends Hunter to leave his life behind and start time again. Later, Daniel meets with Hunter to propose that they also sell things other than wild parsley. This idea? He doesn't like, huh? Because if he was exempt from this he could send them to God, but Daniel doesn't seem very worried. He wants to continue with his plan. After this, Maquela apologizes to her. In addition, he tells her that he is willing to leave her business behind and start from scratch, which leaves a rather pensive Maquela, who tells him that she will think about it that night. Next, Daniel meets with Hunter to discuss business. But Home confronted him. He asks if he is seeing Maquela behind her back. But Daniel decides to deny their relationship, but at this moment he arrives at the place and finds out that Daniel was lying to him all along, so he decides to get in his car and leave, and Daniel decides to follow her. In the next scene, we see Daniel meeting a new partner, who supplies Daniel with magic dust. But this man decides to take all of Daniel's money and tell him that he knows that he works for him, which will be upset when he finds out that he tried to do business with someone else, so he recommends that she leave his house and go as far away as possible. After leaving the place, Daniel received a call from Tex, who tells him that he will go for him. At the same time, a giant hurricane is about to hit the city. So with no other options, Daniel decides to go to Hunter's house, but he receives him with a gun and tells him that he has 3 seconds to leave the place and never come back. So Daniel decides to go in his car after he meets Hunter and asks about Daniel's